The standard way of talking about the role of government in American life has been Democrats always want bigger and bigger government, more services and more taxes, and Republicans want as little government as possible. Now, you seem to argue in your book and other things you've written that that's something of a fairy tale about American politics.
Do Americans want a big government? Answer no. Do they want a powerful government? Answer yes. And that's just as true for Republicans, I think, as for Democrats over the last 100 years. The short story is that actually a vast majority of Americans were proud of their government from the New Deal really through the mid-1960s. They were happy to see that the government provided Social Security. After World War II, they embraced a very powerful military. But that turns out to be a rather exceptional moment in the long stretch of American history, that very visible kind of government represented by those New Deal alphabet soup agencies. Over the long course of American history, Americans have wanted the federal government to pay for things like roads, like canals, like a great postal service. They've wanted the federal government to subsidize land so the country could move to the West. They sure as heck wanted the federal government to move all those Indians out of land that could be developed by white people. They had no hesitance about that. But in the 20th century, they began to worry about regulation. They began to worry about literally the growth of government, and it did grow during the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And they returned to what is, I would argue, the default position of Americans over more than 200 years of history. They want the services, but they don't want to see that bureaucrat telling them what to do.
From the University of Virginia's Miller Center, this is American Forum.